Next news. Breaking news from the White House.
What if I told you the United States just revealed a technology so advanced, so utterly terrifying to our enemies that if your heart is beating anywhere on this planet, they will find you? The CIA just pulled back the curtain on something called Ghost Murmur, an AI-powered detection system that found our downed American airmen stranded in hostile Iranian territory. And folks, it's not science fiction. This American military might under President Trump's command, but here's what they're not telling you about where this technology really came from. Oh, the rabbit hole goes so much deeper than anyone ever imagined. Now think about what this means for every single American. For the first time in history, no soldier, no pilot, no American left behind in enemy territory has to wonder if help is coming. Ghost Murmur can detect a human heartbeat from miles away. The CIA revealed they spotted our airman's head moving from 40 miles out. 40 miles. That's the distance from downtown Manhattan to Long Island. Now flip the script. Think about what this means for our enemies. Every terrorist hiding in a cave, every cartel kingpin in a tunnel, every hostile actor who thinks they can just disappear, they just got put on notice. Under President Trump's direction, the CIA deployed both human assets and what they're calling exquisite technologies that no other intelligence service in the world possesses. And while the Iranians were desperately hunting for our airmen, we ran a deception campaign that had them chasing ghosts while we extracted our hero. This is American dominance, folks. This is what happens when you have a commander-in-chief who actually uses our capabilities. And speaking of being found when it matters most, let me ask you something very important. If a major disruption happened tomorrow and you couldn't get to the store, how long would you actually last with what's in your house right now? Our military has incredible technology like Ghost Murmur to find our people anywhere in the world, but if things go sideways here at home, who's coming to find you? If your answer is anything less than a month, then you need to check out our friends at My Patriot Supply at preparewithgary.com. They're America's #1 preparedness company with over 3 million satisfied customers who understand that self-reliance is the ultimate American value. And right now, when you go to preparewithgary.com, their best-selling 4-week emergency food supply comes with an additional week of food absolutely free. 5 weeks, that's 5 weeks of peace of mind. Don't wait until it's too late. Now I'm going to show you just how incredible this rescue operation really was, because this is what makes the story even more explosive. President Trump himself described the moment they found our airmen. He said they saw something moving in that vast mountain, thick with bushes and trees from 40 miles away. It was a head of a human being moving, and 45 minutes later, the airmen stood up and they confirmed that we have him. Trump specifically thanked the CIA, saying they don't get enough credit for the great job they've done. But folks, the technology behind Ghost Murmur has origins that go back decades in classified programs. But let's set this up first. This is the CIA director revealing the tool called Ghost Murmur that uses AI to find heartbeats to rescue the U.S. airman who was stranded in Iran.
As an agency, the CIA possesses unique capabilities that only the president can deploy. Some of these capabilities fall under covert action authorities. And because covert means exactly that, I'm not going to be able to tell you everything that you want to know. At the president's direction, we deployed both human assets and exquisite technologies that no other intelligence service in the world possesses to a daunting challenge, comparable to hunting for a single grain of sand in the middle of a desert. This was also a race against the clock, as it was critical that we locate the downed aviator as quickly as possible, while at the same time keeping our enemies misdirected. For that reason, in addition to the human and technical assets deployed by the president to find our airmen, CIA executed a deception campaign to confuse the Iranians who were desperately hunting for our airmen. On Saturday morning, we achieved our primary objective by finding and providing confirmation that one of America's best and bravest was alive and concealed in a mountain crevice, still invisible to the enemy, but not to the CIA. That confirmation was relayed by Secretary Hegseth to the president, and the operation quickly moved to the execution phase. Following the successful exfiltration on Saturday night, our intelligence reflects that the Iranians were embarrassed and ultimately humiliated by the success of this audacious rescue mission.
Humiliated. From high-tech heroics in the Iranian mountains, we now turn to President Trump discussing the moment, the tool Ghost Murmur, the moment it was deployed.
A vast mountain, vast, thick, with bushes, trees. He said, we see something moving 40 miles away. It was the head of a human being, I'm telling you, it's moving. And then all of a sudden, 45 minutes later, he moved a lot. He stood up, and they said, we have him. And that was really the beginning of something incredible. We had an idea where he was, but not specifically. It's a big mountain. So I want to thank the CIA, too. I don't think they get enough credit for the great job they've done. Yes, please. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, President Trump. Ashton Forbes, one of my favorite follows on X. Hal Puthoff on the Joe Rogan program explains the technology behind his patent and the CIA's Ghost Murmur. I developed proof of principle for this quantum communication stuff on a classified contract in the 1990s. That's how long this has been around. Listen to this.
And so there are some, biological and consciousness-oriented experimenters that are taking a look at this idea that, okay, instead of just saying quantum entanglement, that's how information you get from here to there, maybe we can actually find out, okay, well, what's the mechanism, though? And so this is a whole new area. It turns out that I developed proof of principle for this sub-rosa quantum communication stuff on a classified contract back in the 90s, actually. So I got proof of principle in that situation. However, you say, okay, well, if you got proof of principle, then why aren't we using it? Why isn't it all over the place? Well, it turned out the quantum detectors were very, new kinds of circuitry and nothing ready for prime time. So I put that whole thing on the shelf, let it sit there for a while. And now, because of quantum computing, it turns out a lot of research effort is going to develop cryogenic circuitry near absolute zero to be used in quantum computing. So I said, okay, they got these Josephson junctions working, which is exactly what I want to use for my detection scheme. And so if I find time, I decide to take it off the shelf. So I approached JP and showed him what the potential was, not only in just communications, but maybe it has implications for, biological things or medical things or whatever because of this other work on microtubules. So,
wow, that's above my pay grade. Ghost Murmur uses quantum sensing, which exploits physics that proves the ether is real. They use Josephson junctions on squids, microchips, to detect disturbances in the fabric of space-time. It's basically alien technology. Ashton Forbes. Now, here's the truth the establishment doesn't want you to fully understand. As you just heard, Hal Puthoff revealing on the Joe Rogan program that he developed proof of principle for this quantum communication technology on a classified contract back in the 90s. So just think about that for a second. For 30 years, this technology has been sitting on a shelf waiting. And now, thanks to advances in quantum computing and cryogenic circuitry, it's finally ready for prime time. And President Trump authorized its deployment to save an American life. This is what American technological superiority looks like when you have leadership willing to use it. Our enemies are watching. They now know that wherever they hide, whatever cave or bunker or hostile territory they think protects them, if their heart is beating, America will find them. You see, folks, this is America First agenda in action. President Trump didn't just talk about leaving no American behind. He deployed the most advanced technology on earth to prove it. Ghost Murmur is a game changer, and it sends a crystal clear message to every enemy of the United States. You cannot hide from us. So now I want to hear from you. Do you believe this technology will make America's enemies think twice before ever targeting our military personnel again? Drop a yes or no in the comments and tell me why. And since you made it to the end of the video, congratulations. Here's a message not many people will hear. This is a special communications link that we've set up just for you. Text raw feed to 844-840-4963. When the YouTube notifications never arrive and when the algorithm just surfaces cat videos and suppresses the next news network, I will still be able to send you direct messages to your phone. An unbroken link of communication. I'm not going to leave you behind. So if this story fired you up like it fired me up, smash that share button and get this out to every patriot you know. And if you want to wear your support for American greatness, check out the Next News merch shop right below this video. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and as always, stay informed and stay free.
The system controls information. Information control is power.
They don't want you to see this.
The truth only survives together. They don't want this shared. Share this now.